this is Dee, and this is Chattin' with CHAP. As you can see, I am missing my friend Ginger because it is snowing here. I don't know where you're watching from, and if you get on, let us know what your weather's like. But the snow is coming down around here, and so I am going to try to invite Ginger on the screen here with us. Add her on, and we'll both be on here, but she's at her house. There she is! Yay!
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
No, staying inside out of the snow.
This went so much better than when we tried it with Barb. Sorry, Barb.
Yeah, we're finally figuring it out. We're getting tech savvy here.
Yeah, I don't know about.
Maybe I better not say too much.
Yes, here. Look, you can see over my shoulder. Let me see here. We've got the fireside chat.
Oh, look at that.
Fireside chat today, everyone. Isn't that nice? So there we are.
I was gonna show them the snow out my window, but it's such a glare. You can't even see it. So.
A big shiny thing.
Let us know your weather, where you're watching from. So Ginger, last week we talked about homeschooling high school, and we talked about a parent-issued diploma. This week we're gonna continue that conversation and just talk about homeschooling high school and what the law says.
Yes. Okay, so it's back to me, Dee. I couldn't possibly. It's like way beyond my comfort level and way beyond my skill level, and it's so scary. What do I do?
Now, Ginger, it is okay. Let me talk you off the ledge. Have I heard this before? Oh, I couldn't possibly homeschool high school. Yes, I have. Homeschooling high school, though, really isn't that bad. Is it beyond your skill set? Could be. Is it beyond your comfort level? Probably. But has God called you to be faithful and to trust in Him? He sure has. And you know what? Homeschooling high school is totally doable. I just graduated my 5th last year, and I'm telling you, if I can do it, anybody out there can do it.
You are so right, Dee. So specifically, I'm going to read to you what the law says, and we have this in the keys, but I'm just going to read it to you. So here it goes. At the secondary level, the following courses shall be taught: English to include language, literature, speech and composition, science, geography, social studies to include civics, world history, history of the United States and Pennsylvania, mathematics to include general mathematics, algebra and geometry, art, music, physical education, health and safety education, including regular and continuous instruction in the dangers and prevention of fires. Such courses of study may include, at the discretion of the supervisor of the home education program, economics, biology, chemistry, foreign languages, trigonometry, or other age-appropriate courses as contained in Chapter 5, which is Curriculum Requirements, of the State Board of Education. So the following minimum courses in grade 9 through 12 are established as a requirement for graduation in a home education: 4 years of English, 3 years of mathematics, 3 years of science, 3 years of social studies, and 2 years of arts and humanities. That is what it says.
That's right. And you know what, Ginger? You were reading out the keys to homeschooling. They are available on chaplinline.com. The keys to homeschooling will tell you everything you need to know about homeschooling in the state of Pennsylvania, whether it's kindergarten through high school. It'll give you everything you need to know. But what I like about it is there's this really handy checklist in the back. It basically lists the subjects, the things that Ginger was talking about, but it gives you a little checklist. And what I like about that is I can just, as my student covers them from junior high through senior high, it gives you a list of the things you need to cover. I can just go in and I can check those off, and I can know that I've covered everything that I need to cover. Maria is on here. Hi, Maria. And she says that she's found that homeschooling in high school is amazing. That is right. It is amazing. So there's a lot of room for creativity to satisfy the law, and she's right about that.
Yep.
She is so right.
Yep, that's what I was going to say just now, Maria. Thanks for bringing it up, because if you notice what's not in the law, it doesn't say 1 credit of biology, 1 credit of calculus, 1 credit of American history. It doesn't say how many credits. It doesn't say necessarily which courses. Yeah, it does mention algebra, it does mention geometry, but it doesn't say you have to have bio. It doesn't say you have to have chemistry. There's a lot of flexibility in there. The law is actually pretty general. Do the public schools and other schools follow a certain routine where they do, earth science, biology, chemistry? Yes, yes, they do. But are we required to do that? Actually, no. There is a lot of flexibility in our homeschool law.
There is a lot of flexibility, and you know what? This is totally new to me. Really, over the last few years, I am learning so much. When I first started homeschooling, I just took what people were telling me. I followed a certain program, and I thought I had these requirements that I had to do. So this is all new to me about the flexibility we really do have in homeschooling high school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's really cool. The freedom and flexibility that we have, I mean, a lot of people aren't aware of it. So what I suggest is to be familiar with the law. Like get a copy of the keys. You can look it up online. Either way, read it and see what it says. A lot of us go by what other people's experience has been or what they hear or what you think, but always check into it so that you know exactly what it is that's going on for your kids. So let your students, and honestly, if your students are interested in discovering something, let them do it. If they have a real desire to study a certain type of science or a certain type of history, that's what God's calling them to do. So allow them to have that freedom to go do that. The world is out there for your students and you to discover. It's ready.
That's right. And that's right. Discover it with them. High school does not have to be daunting. It is very, very doable and very flexible. Will there be really hard classes or really hard days? Yeah, probably. But these are great opportunities to develop character, not only in our students, but in us as moms. It's a great way to develop character as we get to walk alongside our student through those hard things.
Oh yes, I often even since my kids have been small, I'm like, man, this is like my second education. I'm learning so much more now.
That's right.
That I learned in school, and my character has been developed so much through the whole thing, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. So, if you are uncomfortable though just following the law and it seems a little bit out there, and you'd like some guidance and some help, you can totally use a diploma program. They do come to the convention. There's lots out there. People are familiar with them. Use a diploma program. They give you some help in following the requirements. Just, as you are researching those things, all we want to do is make sure that you're aware that some of their requirements are beyond what the generality of the law is. I'm not saying whether it's good or bad either way. You totally make the decision for your homeschool because you need to do for you guys. Just so you know, there are people out there to help you through diploma programs if you desire. So I did notice that Maria posted that she's graduated 3 and the 4th one is graduating this year. So she is CHAP genius on Homeschooling High School. So
that's right.
Ask Maria.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And Robin, you're right. You do need to keep in mind where your student's headed because certain colleges will require specific classes in high school. You are completely right. We just want people to be aware that you aren't required to do everything depending on which direction they're going. And so it is good if you do know the direction they're going, if you do know the colleges they're looking at, to make sure that you do meet those requirements. We also had another question about recommendations for homeschooling a high school student with learning disabilities. What if they can't do a subject on grade level due to learning disabilities? Maria answered by saying, Mandy, you can gear the coursework to your student. And so, Ginger, do you have anything? Do you want to answer that or?
No, I mean, it's kind of like Maria said, you gear it to what your student is able to do. And honestly, grade level, it's a number. Your child learns what your child is able to learn at the rate they're able to learn.
That's right. So. That's right. And I mean, I don't know if you caught previous struggling with finding anything that gives some good guidelines, looking for some good guidelines. Maybe that's something we could speak on in the future too, Ginger. But we have talked about the last couple weeks. Mandy, I don't know. Is it Mandy? I'm sorry. Yeah, Mandy, I don't know if you caught that when we were talking about homeschooling with a child who has some learning glitches or some special needs. We talked about IEPs, how to get one, how to get out of one. I don't know if that information would be helpful to you, but Maria's right. HSLDA also has specialists for learning disabilities. There's lots of information out there, lots of different websites.
Awesome. I would, yeah, they have people on staff ready to help you with questions like that, Mandy. So I would totally check in with HSLDA and see if they have a resource for you. Or maybe that SPED homeschooling website that I mentioned a few weeks ago, they had millions of resources on there. I couldn't believe that website. So you might want to check that out, spedhomeschooling.com, I think it was.
Yeah. So definitely, Mandy, if you continue to struggle or have questions, please keep reaching out to us. If we don't have the answers, which I really don't have the answers to a lot of things, we're committed to helping you guys find the answers. If we can find more resources for you, help give you more direction, we're here for you. But HSLDA would be a great place to start. SPED Homeschool. Watching those past episodes, if you didn't catch them, because we covered a little bit of that, hopefully that would be helpful to you.
The link.
What is the link?
I think it's just HSLDA. Oh, there we go. Maria gave you something. I'm not sure what
there we go.
HSLDA is what? HSLDA.org, I think, right? I think it's HSLDA.org is HSLDA's page. I'm pretty sure.
Mandy, what we'll do is when we get off here, we'll make sure that there's a link to HSLDA put in the comments, and we'll also make sure there's a link to SPED Homeschool. We'll put both those links in the comments when we finish up here, just to make sure we give you the right link. Or Maria, if Maria puts it up, that would be great too. Yeah.
Thanks.
She's checking it out for us. Thank you, Maria.
She's our right.
SPED Homeschool. Mandy, we will make sure we get that in the comments for you. We'll get that in there for you. So as you can see, moms, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't worry yourself. And I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to me. I have 2 more to graduate. I'm talking to my friend Ginger. Don't put the pressure on yourself. Because here's the thing you have to remember. God has a plan for that high schooler, and you're not big enough to mess it up. And what I think is really cool about the plan that God has for them is we have the opportunity as moms to help them discover that plan, to help walk alongside them and to watch it all unfold. And I can't think of anything more awesome than that, to be able to walk beside your child as everything unfolds in their life that God has planned for them.
Yeah, it's amazing, Dee. It is truly amazing. And as they grow and they start making choices on their own, and you just see the character developing, and it's just really awesome. It's such a privilege to be around for all of those choices and all those, even the challenges that they overcome. It's so awesome
That's
to
right.
and see them to go through that. So students out there, make your education just that. Make it yours. Make it what you want to be learning, and go for that.
Yep. And you know what, Ginger, you're right. There are going to be challenges, but I would much rather my child tackle those challenges in my home right alongside me than anywhere else. And so I'm not painting a picture that as God's plan unfolds, it's all going to be easy. But the fact that we get to do it right beside them is really awesome. So I'm really thankful for that. Next week, we're going to talk a little bit more about high school and where and how your student can complete the requirements of the law. We hope this was helpful this week. I see Maria has put up HSLDA's, HSLDA's link. We will get the SPED homeschool link up there also in the comments when we're done. If you have any more questions, if you're catching us on the replay, put those questions down there. We'll be happy to answer you.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. Hopefully next week there'll be no snow, though. We can be back together.
Oh, my video got weird. Am I back? Are we still on?
Oh, you're back. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Uh-oh.
Yeah, okay, I think so. It's tons of... Hi, Rebecca.
Okay, are we finished? Are we good?
We are. I think this has been Chatting with CHAP. Bye, everybody.
Later.